The Murderer of the Palsgraf Estate was a new horror game released by Acoms, infamous for their niche aesthetics. The game centered around Adrian Caesar von der Palsgraf, whose frail body hid a dark truth. Once he was Satan himself, ruler of the underworld. But everything changed when Lilith, the daughter of the Demon Lord, rose against her father. Their war tore the demon realm apart. And though Satan crushed her rebellion, Lilith's dying curse bound him in a human shell, weak, mortal, and starving. This is our protagonist. Influenced by alcohol, she had impulsively bought this horror game. To win, she would have to play as Adrian, the young master, and kill people to regain strength. But the game was just too hard. There were witnesses everywhere. The only upside was how handsome the protagonist was. But before she realized it, it was already late, and sleep overtook her. What? The birds were chirping, and the bed strangely soft. Sun showered her in light. This was not her house. And there was a woman screaming at her, telling her that she needed to give medicine to the young master. Confused, she hears the woman calling her Hilda, a name she recognized as a character from the game she played last night. She was sure that it was the hangover making her see things. But then... What? But the genre? A horror game. She couldn't help but think of how insane this was. If she was going to get trapped in a game, why couldn't it be a dating simulator swarming with handsome men? What class do you normally choose? A healer, an archer, a warrior? Well, Hilda was a maid. Her day-to-day, trapped in this hellish game, consisted of peeling onions, pulling weeds, giving medicine to a sickly killer of a young master. But at least the game had an XP and leveling system. She could even get skills after reaching level 5. So, like any gamer, the protagonist starts grinding levels with her new friend Emily. She spends the day pulling weeds, earning steady EXP, and eventually gaining the title Master Weed Puller. But then she accidentally uproots the Count's prized flower, and Letitia punishes her. The maids around her whisper and gossip about her and Emily, but she didn't care. They were nothing but zeros and ones. But Emily, she was nothing but a cinnamon roll. How dare they? Luckily, she says she's okay. That night, she receives her daily wages, leaving her with a small fortune of 330. But after today's fines, she's left nearly broke. Anger rises as she searches the menu tab and repeatedly clicks exit. But as she punches the system again and again, she accidentally selects new game. Oh fuck. She tries to plead with the system for forgiveness, But still, everything resets. Her progress levels. At least the money reset as well. But why was she still Hilda? Was she just unlucky? She preferred pulling weeds all day over giving medicine to him. What's more, she learnt that he had specifically chose her. Unnerved with the information, she reluctantly, after Letitia smacks her, takes the tray upstairs. So far, she's been avoiding him by leaving the medicine at the door. But just as she's setting it down, the door opens.
Hilda, did you call?
Terror dawns on her as she falls, medicine tray shattering. She's quick to apologize and offer to get a new one. But when she looks back, she realizes that they were alone. She'd seen Adrian kill several times, and it had all happened in a blink of an eye. Escaping wasn't an option. She braces herself for death, but instead, Adrian knelt before her, his voice calm and soft as he apologized for startling her. Hilda still backs away, heart pounding as she apologizes once again, saying she'll bring more medicine. But he stops her and asks if she was ignoring him, or if he did something wrong. Or if, perhaps, she was hiding something from him. Beneath this gentle facade, she could feel it, the difference between them. Every word dripped with danger disguised as tenderness.
Actually, I did it for your sake.
Bullshitting her way through this, she insists that actually she wasn't able to sleep in the morning. Having realized that, she had started her day earlier in order to go to bed earlier and get more sleep. And so, how could she wake her young master because of her lowly sleeping habits? Adrian seems comprehensive, but still, he says he's upset because Hilda was one of the few people that listened to him. It looked like their relationship was closer than she thought. Seeing him feeling more regretful than her made him seem strangely human. Is this the same Adrian she had in mind? That brief flicker of doubt vanished just as quickly as it came. She knew better. She knew the monster that hid behind that gentle face. And so, when he asked her to come in, she scrambled for an excuse, insisting that she had to replace the spilled medicine. But he stepped closer, each movement deliberate, patient. She backed away until her heel met the wall. Her lungs refused to move. For a heartbeat, she was certain. He would kill her. But instead, he picked up one of the pills scattered across the floor and, with unnerving grace, swallowed it dry.
Will that be good enough?
A chill crept up her spine. As if nothing happened, he tells her that he's relieved, that she's been avoiding him out of consideration, but insists they should talk about this sooner. And so...
How long do you intend to keep me waiting?
She couldn't take her foot back anymore, so she had no choice but to close her eyes and crawl into the room like a mole being watched by Adrian. Just like in the game, the room was dim and quiet. It was clean and well organized, but it felt more lonely and empty than anything else. Silence fell over them as our tough, strong-willed young lord didn't say a word after pestering her to come in. Could he be thinking about how to kill her? She's quick to ask about his plans for the day, and when he says he met up with the custodian that morning, she latches onto that. She suggests that he go to bed early because he must be tired. She claims that Letitia is really worried about him. And of course she's worried as well. He gave her a faint smile, accepting her suggestion. Relieved, she asked if he needed help changing, but he declined. But before she could go, he called her again. Tension rose, but he only asked her to close the curtains for him. Trembling, she closes them and tells him she's leaving, and with a reminder to give her medicine tomorrow morning again, he lets her leave.
Hilda, if you truly care about me, don't disappoint me.
The next day, her morning was ruined again. This time, by jealousy. It played out like a high school drama. The moment she entered the kitchen, she was dragged to the backyard, surrounded by a ring of angry maids and subjected to verbal abuse. They claimed to be worried about her, saying they were worried that an orphan of low birth may not know her own station. She bites back in anger, telling her to go ask the young master to be his personal maid herself.
Since he's happy with someone as lowly as me, I'm sure he won't mind someone useless like you.
They argue back, saying they're not useless. But aren't they all? After all, they were maids.
Listen here, you pieces of data. I mean, girls, this isn't the time to fight. I can feel the presence of the devil inside the manor. Why do you think Letitia is always mad?
It's because she's been messing up a bunch.
And why do you think Katerina is crying in the kitchen every day?
That's because she's been peeling onions every day. They still seem to have doubts. And so, she pretends she's having a prophecy. When she sees an unstable pot, she predicts it's gonna break. Surprisingly, they seem to believe her. Even Dolores, the ringleader.
Anyways, if you make too much noise, you might enrage the devil.
With that, they seem to come back to their senses. But then, Katerina comes to her rescue. She thanks her, and then Katerina says that actually, she was here to call her. Apparently, Letitia was going to clean Adrian's room, so she wanted Hilda to go with her. She did feel relieved that she wasn't going alone. But yesterday, his room was fine. Why did it need cleaning? Letitia frowns as she tells her that the madam had a dream about that day and went looking for the young master. Katerina doesn't even question it, and she realizes this is something that the real Hilda should know of. So she tries to question it, but Katerina tells her that there's nothing that would perturb her, like when the holy water burned the young master's skin on the day of his baptism. There were few maids that remained from those days. Shocked, she doesn't say anything until they reach his room. She's quick to forget her fears when she sees the state of the room. The room was a complete mess. Torn curtains, broken vases and cups, a soaked carpet and spilled ink. Letitia immediately checks if Adrian's hurt. And when he just asks to clean quickly, she tells Hilda to hurry up and help. Fear returns as she comes closer, feeling like she was walking to her death. She leaves the tray on his side desk and walks away. But
It looks like today you won't just leave the tray at the door. I was worried you were going to keep ignoring me. I'm glad I was wrong.
of course she was totally gonna ignore him. However,
How could a lowly maid like myself do that? Don't be silly, young master.
You're dismissed.
She's quick to run away. Would she always live on a knife's edge like this? Next time, will she die? No, she had to calm down and think. The person Adrian's most likely to kill is someone who knows he's the devil, or who knew what happened at the baptism that Katerina mentioned. Her heart drops when Katerina appears.
Katerina, where is Letitia?
Letitia. Obviously, she's still in the young master's room,